sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
When some wild-eyed eight-foot-tall maniac grabs your neck, taps the back of your favorite head up against a barroom wall, he looks at Christy in the eye and he asks if you've paid your dues.
Inconceivable! Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Yeah, we are live. This is Geek Public Radio right here on geekpublicradio.com, the podcast.
Third time's a charm.
That's a really long... I keep forgetting how long that is before the fade out.
You can probably edit it a little bit.
Oh, yeah. But it is our original.
Fix it
we got that back.
Yeah.
So that is a thing.
Because I'd like to have the rest of the line where he's like, you look it right in the eyes and say the check's in the mail.
But we're sitting here in the dark studio because we don't have any lights on.
We could plug in the Marlboro sign. But that means I got to get out of this chair, and that's not happening.
Right. And get your lineman glove on.
Oh, is it messed up?
No.
Oh.
They don't like that plug.
Why? What's wrong with that plug? Oh, the one that's hanging out the wall. Okay, never mind. I got nothing left to live for. I'll clip into it. I don't care.
Well, it's not like none of us have been electrocuted.
Right? It's not like nobody in this room's been tasered. It's just to kill one of us.
Yeah, I can't now. But no, those are just 110, so you just get a little...
Well, see, I always thought I'd mess with you by getting one of those real old microwaves and taking the door off of it, because it'll still run with the door off of it. And big old
the one Pat used to have.
Yeah.
The one I was nuking a burrito in the middle of the night, and he come walking in, and I'm standing in front of it, and he called it the Death Star.
Yeah.
He thought I was trying to commit suicide. I just wanted a burrito, man. He's like, dude, that thing will kill you. I'm like, nah, just got the new pacemaker. I'm fine.
Still chase you around with it.
That's what Bill said. He'd put it on the front of the his grandpa's old truck with the AC converter in it, and chase me down the road with the door open. Because it would run with the door open.
Yeah.
The screen was cracked, like pieces were missing out of the front.
Yeah, it no longer had a Faraday cage.
So here I was at like 4 o'clock in the morning going, I'm hungry, I need a burrito.
It's worth it. Roll the dice.
Everything's perfectly normal. So I was sitting on the toilet going through videos. As you do.
Yeah.
And I came across one, they always suck me in. It's stupid. It's like, who almost got cast in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I was like, yeah, well, okay. And I can't remember who did this one, but they need to be beaten.
Well, they almost had, what's his name? Well, I guess he did get cast because he was in the first Iron Man. I can't think of his name now.
Oh, I know.
The first roadie.
I
want to say Cuba Gooding Jr., but that's not it.
No.
You know who I'm talking about, though, because they replaced him with Don Cheadle. I thought he was okay in the first, as roadie in the first one, but then, later on, because I think Don Cheadle's a little bit more of a stiffer actor.
Terrence Howard.
That's it, yeah.
They didn't want to pay him. And he was like, you can't have Rhodey without me. So they said, yeah, we can. And
you don't
just
do that.
went and got Don Cheadle.
Yeah, well, you don't do that after the first movie.
It's like,
You're not Robert Downey Jr. You're not Iron Man. You're replaceable.
Right? And they were like, he's like, oh, you can't replace me. I want more money. Next thing you know.
Right.
Don Cheadle's been working on his, 5th movie now.
And it's funny that nobody after him, nobody bucked it and said, well, you can't do it. Really? Because, ask Ed Norton.
Right?
To me, Mark Ruffalo will always be Bruce Banner.
Norton's wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
He was a poor choice for Bruce Banner, I think.
The funniest thing about that is he was so difficult to work with.
Right.
They went, no. He was trying to rewrite the script. He was doing all this stuff to try to, and whether or not it would have been better, maybe, but you don't buck that hard, when you're looking at a franchise.
Well, some of them get it in their head that they're irreplaceable, or that the movie just can't be made without them. So they'll put in all these stipulations in the contracts and stuff, and some of them are just outlandish. The most interesting one I saw was Queen Latifah started putting in her contracts that you can't kill her character. But why she does it is actually pretty smart. She wants to be in the sequels. That's what it is.
Well,
she's like, because I get typecast to get killed off, and until she started putting that in there, she wasn't coming back for sequels. Like, okay, that makes sense.
What happened to her? Oh, she's still alive.
She was victim number 3.
No, she's still alive. She just moved to Paris.
Yeah, right.
So she's not going to be in the sequel.
Well, she's Natalie Portman that shit.
Right. That was another, I don't know.
Yeah, she was in a couple movies, and then she just kind of fell off the radar.
Well, she didn't want to be in the. She didn't want to do it anymore.
What'd she do? What'd she do besides that? What else has she been in? Because
I don't know.
She was in Star Wars, and then she was in a couple of Thor movies, and I don't even know what the hell happened to her. Kind of don't care. I mean.
But, so I'm going through this thing, and they talked about, up until the point where I got disgusted with the guy, he was talking about, David Duchovny was on the list.
For people that...
To do Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard to look back, because, when you look at, maybe... Because I had reservations when I said Benedict Cumberbatch, at the beginning. When they first said it, I was like... He's good. He's like Sherlock.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'd seen him in really was Sherlock, and
Star Wars or Star Trek, and because he was.
Oh yeah,
Khan.
he was in that. Yeah, that alternate timeline crap. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, maybe, I'm not sure, but when they seen him in the full thing, I was like, yeah, okay, I could see it.
Oh, he played Smaug.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry, Smaug.
Smaug. But
which was fantastic thing, by the way.
Drogon just changed his name.
Yeah, he after he grabbed Daenerys and took off, he flew off to the Lonely Mountain and changed his name. I'm okay with it.
Hey, it works for my headcanon too.
Right,
but no, so I was like, Duchovny, maybe. I was trying to picture him in the Get Up.
That dude's always Mulder. He screwed himself. I know he done that Californication or whatever it is. I can't watch that. He's Mulder. He just. I'm the conspiracy guy on the other show, and I'm like, that dude's just no. Yeah, don't put him anywhere near anything. No. I can't imagine Doctor Strange. I mean, I guess there would have been a couple other candidates I could see. Duchovny was never on that radar, though.
Right.
I mean, I'm happy with the way Benedict Cumberbatch done it.
But they were talking about I can't remember what he was going up for, but Joaquin Phoenix had originally read for something, and he didn't like it.
The Hulk?
I don't think it was the Hulk.
I can't think of. Maybe it was Winter Soldier, or not Winter Soldier, but I don't know. So what was the issue with Joaquin Phoenix?
Joaquin Phoenix.
It doesn't look like Joaquin. I'm sorry. I think Joaquin. I think of Joaquin from Coming to America.
Right, but
it's not spelled anywhere.
Right, but it's the Spanish spelling where the J's are the H's, and
yeah,
where it's like Hune and Hulai. It's Joaquin.
Yeah,
and but at first I thought it was a joke. He just started going off Joaquin Phoenix was going to be. I'm like, who? And then he showed a picture, and I was like, why is he calling? Okay, this must be a joke. And then I started watching further and further, and it started to irritate me. It's how you can't pronounce that any whiter. Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin.
Joaquin.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Joaquin Phoenix. And I was like my head went, hey, wrong.
Right.
Oh my goodness. And so I stopped it. I went into the comments to see if it got better.
Probably getting flamed.
Everybody was like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" It was just like,
yeah.
Sorry,
So you gotta get this prep done.
right.
So.
Well, no, I had it up and then things broke down. Yeah, so like it was. I can't even find the guy's name. Like he must have
deleted it
and shame because yeah, it was just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like you cannot. It was like he literally pulled up a Screen Rant article.
Yeah.
And couldn't pronounce it. But yes, he was the first choice to replace Ed Norton.
Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin. Whatever the hell it is.
Joaquin.
Yeah, okay. See, at this point, I don't even care. I mean...
I don't know. I just, like, you think if you're going to talk about movies and people and actors who have been in thousands of stuff, if you're talking comic book stuff, he's getting ready to... He's playing the new Joker in the Joker movie.
Yeah.
And he doesn't look bad in it. Like the stuff that I've seen so far looks pretty good.
It looks all right. I mean, it's a sad commentary on society that 30 years ago, 40 years ago, we created the Joker by dropping him in a vat of acid.
Now we've redone it like 17 times.
Well, you create the Joker by just dropping him in society.
Right?
I mean, I don't know.
No, that is true. But no, like if you're going to talk about somebody, if you're going to talk about somebody, if you're going to do all that stuff, you should get the name right.
Well, you'd think.
I mean, you'd hope that you'd get the name right. I don't know that.
Well, who else was on the list of people that were supposed to have been passed over or whatever, almost became interesting or something? I don't know, for the Marvel universe, the MCU.
There was stuff like Tom Cruise was supposed to be Iron Man.
Oh, God, thank God it wasn't.
Wesley Snipes is Black Panther.
Okay, I could kind of see that. I think he's always going to be Blade, though.
Sam Rockwell, instead of the role that he got, he was actually going for Iron Man.
Who's Sam Rockwell?
The guy who played in the first movie the arrogant ace or aim guy.
Oh, that played the dude from No,
that's the three. That was three. The first one that was building the other, or was it? Might have been the second movie where he was building his own stuff with whips, and he's the one that ended up making. I
thought. You
could have swore he was.
I thought that was Armie Hammer that was played. Or no, not Armie Hammer.
Justin Hammer.
Justin Hammer
was the character's name, but
okay.
Sam Rockwell played him.
Okay, that's where I was getting that from.
David Duchovny, Emily Blunt was looked at for Black Widow and
Emily Blunt. You're throwing names out, and I don't know these people. You gotta give me who'd they play, or give me something that they were in, because I don't.
She was in Edge of Tomorrow. Remember what was the Full Metal Bitch? That was Emily Blunt.
I don't even remember who she was. Okay,
like the second main character in the entire movie.
It's a Tom Cruise movie. I saw parts of it.
But yeah, she's been in stuff like like that. That, there's a lot of movies I know you wouldn't see, like A Quiet Place. No. Mary Poppins Returns. Yeah. She played Mary Poppins.
Yeah, my kids don't live with me, so.
Devil Wears Prada. It's not really going to be very helpful.
No.
Anything? Huntsman's Winter War?
No.
That was actually not bad. She was in Looper.
I didn't see that either.
The Adjustment Bureau?
No. You got 3 more shots and we're moving on. Because this is falling flat.
It doesn't look like,
Nothing
you had seen.
Okay,
Unless
so
you
who
like Agatha Christie's...
No. Who else we got?
John Krasinski.
Again.
Chuck
Taylor? Chuck who? Chucky?
No.
Chuck E. Cheese? I gotta have
the guy that was played Chuck. Or no, that played Jim from The Office.
Never watched The Office.
He's done something else. What was it? 'Cause I know the name. I can't believe
This is exactly why we need that third
Jack
monitor.
Ryan, the one from Prime, the series.
I never watched the series, and it was.
He was in 13 Hours.
Man, I got nothing.
The movie about the
Never seen it.
about Benghazi, about the soldiers that went and survived for 13 hours against orders.
I've seen the movie, but all those guys were cookie cutter, so I couldn't tell you anybody that acted in it, and that was a very unremarkable movie for something that happened, and it kind of irritated me that it was so unremarkable.
He was in Jarhead.
Saw it like 20 years ago, maybe, and don't remember a thing from it. I am zero help with you.
Yeah, well.
Who else?
There was Glenn Howerton was almost Star-Lord. He's on It's Always Sunny.
I've never seen that.
Jason Momoa was almost Drax.
Okay, now that guy I know. And, okay, I mean, I think Batista made it his own.
Yeah, I mean...
the
only character that I've seen Batista act, the only thing that I've seen Batista act in that I wasn't like, oh god. There was that show that was on. It's horrible.
I have no idea what it was, but I remember.
I just remember his bad acting. Olivia Wilde was almost Gamora.
Okay, I know her.
She was almost Gamora.
And I would cast her as anything.
Jim Carrey was almost Rocket.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
Another person you don't know was almost Scarlet Witch.
Who?
The name that
I mean, they picked an Olsen twin. So, I mean, her face looked familiar to me. But
well, she wasn't a twin. She was like the younger sister of the twins.
It's like Erskine's in Alexandria, man. They all look...
But Joseph Gordon-Levitt was almost Ant-Man.
Oh, you're talking about the dude from...
that played Robin in Dark Knight Rises.
Okay, that is not who I was thinking of. I was thinking of the dude from... It was a comedy, animated... He's a Jewish guy, bald hair, green shirt, brown pants. Can't think of the name of it. Okay, no. Moving on.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He in the Black Knight, whatever. And after Batman, he comes in and grabs his stuff and goes, "Well, it may be under my my middle name, Robin." He was the cop, the young cop that was working with Gordon.
In Gotham?
In the movies, in the Dark Knight Rises series.
I don't remember that dude at all.
Okay.
Moving on.
Joaquin Phoenix, and that was the list.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say I'm very happy with their choices in casting. I could see now. Olivia Wilde was almost Gamora.
Yeah.
I could kind of see that. Wouldn't have been a bad choice, but I think Zoe Saldana made it her own.
Liam Hemsworth almost got his brother's role.
Who's Liam?
Chris Hemsworth's older brother.
Okay, but
younger brother.
What's he been in? Throw names at me, and I know if it's not Tommy Lee Jones or somebody like Clint Eastwood, somebody I can pick. Like, oh, I know that name. These people don't ever hit my radar. I only know Olivia Wilde because she's hotter than a blazes of hell.
He was in the Hunger Games, Independence Day Resurgence, Expendables 2.
What was he in Independence Day Resurgence?
Let me pull it up. Because he's been in a few things that I recognize him from.
This is why we need the other monitor, so you can just throw pictures up. Like, okay, I know that son of a bitch.
Jake Morrison in Independence Day Resurgence.
Okay, no, I don't. Never mind. Moving on. I've seen a couple of movies, but
he played Billy in Expendables 2. The sniper kid, the sniper guy that ended up being killed right at the very beginning.
All right. If you die at the beginning of the movie, I'm probably not going to remember you by the end of it.
Yeah, that's other than the Miley Cyrus "When I Look at You" video, or the Dressmaker, or Workaholics.
Yeah, I got nothing. Very happy with the casting. They've done a good job. Whoever's running casting for the MCU, good job. What else we got?
Jake Gyllenhaal was almost Spider-Man.
I don't even know who that is.
He's another person that's been in actually as many movies as Tobey Maguire, and has been.
Tobey Maguire was a Spider-Man, though,
right? But he was actually looked at to replace Toby.
Okay.
But he's been in stuff with...
Doesn't matter. Tom Holland's got it locked in now.
Right. I know where you'd know him from.
Who's this?
The Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
He was the kid in Donnie Darko. Don't tell me you didn't watch Donnie Darko.
I did, but we're talking about 30 years ago.
He was the guy in the movie Nightcrawler. He was the...
Never saw it.
Brokeback Mountain.
Never saw that either.
He was the other guy in Brokeback Mountain. But his sister's Maggie Gyllenhaal. She was in the other stuff too, the Batman movies.
Okay. I'm gonna get yelled at when we get off here. You're like, how the hell can you not have seen any of this shit? What?
Right? How do you The Day After Tomorrow? He was in that one.
Who, that Gyllenhaal or
yeah?
Whatever? Okay.
He was in Jarhead. He played Swalford in Jarhead. The main character in Jarhead that's who he played.
I seen it, but it's been going back a while. Nothing remarkable, so it didn't stick with me. I see a lot of movies that there's just if nothing stands out.
He's actually going to be in the next Spider-Man movie. He plays Mysterio.
Okay.
In Far From Home, so you'll get to see him at least once. And I pointed out when we watch it, that's Jake Gyllenhaal right there, that guy.
Okay.
But don't remember Donnie Darko.
No, shit, man. It was like in '82 or something. Whenever the hell they made that, I mean, it was.
But yeah, that's the casting. Some of the castings that didn't get.
Well, and it after hearing, there's a reason. So I'm good with they're doing a good job over in the casting department.
Not the just as an aside, Summer Glau.
I know her.
Was almost cast as Kitty Pryde in the X-Men movies.
Was Kitty Pryde in the X-Men movies?
Yeah.
Who the hell played her?
Juno. The girl that played Juno.
Who the hell's Juno?
Another movie that
I never saw.
Probably. I'll just remember the movie posters.
Juno, what is this, Cher?
She is Ellen Page. Ellen Page plays Kitty Pryde. She's the one that ran into the room to get the kid being chased by Juggernaut.
I recall that scene, but I couldn't pick that actress out of a lineup. If it had been Summer Glau, I'd be like, all right, I know.
Yeah, I don't know. Eliza Dushku was almost Black Widow.
You know, I'd have had to have seen her audition for that, because that might have been not a mistake, but I could see it have.
I could see it have happened.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, I don't.
I'm just
I don't
based on
be a dick, but Black Widow wasn't really all that crucial a character.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you look at everything she came from, Dollhouse, Buffy.
Yeah, it's
like,
the effect.
She has that pedigree.
I could have cast a gal from La Femme Nikita in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. That one, of course, that's a character too that I just don't really have an opinion about.
Channing Tatum was almost Gambit. He was actually cast as Gambit in The Last Stand, but that role was written out of it. Like, he got his role written out. Then he was almost cast again in Wolverine or in X-Men Origins.
Well, which one of the X-Men movies was watching that Wolverine run across Gambit, but he didn't have the name
Origins.
and hadn't joined? And that was Channing Tatum?
No. That was going to be, but his scheduling conflicted with G.I. Joe.
What else has the dude been in?
Who, Channing Tatum?
Yeah, because I remember
Magic Mike. Like, you remember the posters?
I didn't watch that shit.
I didn't watch it either. I'm just saying that, like,
I don't.
You see the posters and 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street.
Okay, wait a minute. He not the little not the fat guy.
The jock dude.
Okay,
yeah.
the other cop, not
yeah.
What's his name? The little short. Well, I guess he's not short, but
yeah, I know who you're talking. I just can't remember.
So it's the other cop.
Yeah.
Him play Gambit?
He was actually cast once, and then almost cast the second time, but his G.I. Joe kept him out of it.
Well, I had to have seen him in whatever costume they were going to use and hear his, Cajun accent before I could say it was a good call. But the two guys in 21, I guess 22 Jump Street, because I haven't seen the second one. It was all right. So
yeah,
for a character that, or a character that hadn't existed in the universe yet, nobody's made that their own. So yeah, sure, hell, give him a shot.
Neil Patrick Harris was almost Nightcrawler.
Pass. Solid pass.
Angela Bassett was almost Storm.
Who?
Angela Bassett.
Okay.
Yes, but when Halle Berry did it, but she almost got it.
Okay, I don't know who Angela Bassett is, but Halle Berry done a well enough a job.
She was in the Black Panther movie. Angela Bassett.
Oh, who was she?
Let me pull up the.
Was it? I'm gonna Joey Quinn. Somebody's name's what's gonna happen.
Ramonda.
Oh, was that the guy? Was that the red suited warrior that fought in the trench with?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would have been a good call. I mean, she's got a good look for it.
Kate Hudson was almost Mary Jane.
I don't know who that is.
Think it's along the same lines as Kirsten Dunst.
Okay, no pass.
She's actually like.
I kind of want to see what Sansa does with Dark Phoenix. I can't think of her name.
Yeah, I can't remember. Viggo Mortensen was almost Wolverine.
I could see that, but I think Hugh Jackman really... I mean, we're talking about back when they were casting originally, right? Yeah, I could see...
I don't even know who that is.
Who, Viggo Mortensen?
No, that Josh Hutcherson.
Oh.
I think it's another one for... that was in Hunger Games or something. Yeah.
I don't know.
He was in Journey to the Center of the Earth, Journey to the Mysterious Island, Bridge to Terabithia, Hunger Games.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's and then a lot of people you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, Sam Claflin
Yeah.
was up for Harry Osborn. Jeff Goldblum was up for Bruce Banner.
Wait. You know, I had to have seen that. I had to have seen it to make a final decision. I do think, man, I don't know.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Sarah Michelle Gellar was tried to go for the Rogue.
Yeah, well, she too old.
Well, this is back when the first one.
I don't even remember when the first one came out.
So, and Anne Hathaway was up for Black Cat. That was before she became cast, or she got cast as Catwoman. She was actually trying to get Black Cat.
She wasn't that great a Catwoman, so solid pass.
And she only lost the role when Spider-Man 4 fell apart.
Well,
so those are the
something about small mercies, I guess. So what else we got?
Those are the big ones. Those are the like 50 some different names that like I said, you only knew like 3.
Yeah. So what else is going on?
We're getting ready for Gencon or InConjunction. Yeah.
This will be 39, I think, right?
Yeah. We will be there doing our live show. It's a little bit later this year.
Yeah.
8:30 on Saturday p.m. Mm-hmm. They put us in the Motley Kids room.
Glad it was 8:30 p.m.
Right. But if you look at the rest of the stuff in there, I don't know why they call it the Motley Kids room, because other than like it being where, you know, they used to have like the daycare, like you could drop your kids off there and then go and actually shop mm-hmm. and then come back and pick them up and then do whatever. Or if you're playing a game, like if you're doing the Pathfinder games or whatever, the sanctioned games, you can drop them off in there and let them play games and be entertained. And
yeah.
They have event stuff for kids in there. But we're definitely not. Like, I'm glad it's at 8:30, and hopefully that there's not... the
kids will all be in bed.
Yeah, that they'll all be gone, because...
that may just be the name of that room, too. I mean,
right.
But
it does make me wonder, like, like the doors close or the vending thing closes. Like, we're supposed to be the official radio station, whatever. Like, and they give us something where like most of the people are going to be gone, unless they're staying in the hotel. I don't know how many people are actually going to come in and stay till like, because vendor hall closes. I normally pack up and leave.
Right.
At every convention.
Right.
And they go, oh, there's this fun stuff afterwards. Yeah, that would be cool if I was staying here.
Yeah.
But I got to drive back.
Right.
So, still, I'm a little curious on that end. Like,
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
It's like, well, what do you guys want?
What time does the vendor hall close?
6, I think, that day.
It closes at 6, and then 2.5 hours later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like with Gencon, vendor hall closes. We're right there.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of stuff that runs way well after.
Mm.
And everybody's getting dinner and all that stuff. But
right.
But yeah, it's just one of those like. Yeah, 10 to 6 on Saturday, and it's like 2.5 hours later. Then we're like, and there's nobody in that room for like 2 hours before us either.
We may want to get a hold of somebody and see about moving to either doing our stuff at 5 or 6. Because 2.5 hours after the fact, ain't gonna be anybody there,
right?
Including us. I mean,
and what's funny is we're not listed on anything.
Oh, you got blackballed, sir.
I don't know why. Like, all we've done is talk about. You're talking about good stuff because I love the convention.
No, I'm just giving you shit.
But we're not listed in the expo. Neither is Rutledge.
Well, and I think they're still working on stuff too, aren't they?
Well, no, everything was hammered down on supposed to be done on the 1st
of June.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, we'll see what's going on. We'll clear it up.
Because, there's like, I don't know. It is what it is. It is a fun convention. We really love being there. It's just, like I said, trying to figure out, if why we get stuck in the, oh, you're fine. Everybody's going to go to Barfleet, but, we'll have you there.
We'll take a go back and go to Barfleet, too.
Right? Like, broadcasting live from Barfleet. But, we're going to be there. We have a media table, so we'll be out in the hallway doing what we were last year.
Okay.
Broadcasting live from there, all day or all weekend long.
Mm-hmm.
So, that'll be fun. Now that Woody knows how to run the thing, that we don't have to worry about getting right back here for the Saturday show.
Yeah.
So, but
the Friday show.
Well, that too.
Woody knows where the phantom power is on the board, so and he can follow simple directions,
right? But so we're gonna have some fun no matter what.
Yeah.
But working on that, and then we're working on getting the guests for our Gencon show, and they're gonna find out. I thought I'd change the date to kind of make it, but did we do it Friday last year? I thought we did it Saturday last year.
We did it Saturday last year.
Okay. Because
I think.
I thought, like, that's what I thought, because I was like, okay, well, if one of our guests takes his crew out to eat and whatnot on Saturday, then we'll move it to Friday and make it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But he came back and said, well, I don't really take my people out.
Well, he may do that every day after.
No, that is true. That is a good point. Lord knows there's enough places to go out, and you can go out to eat like 17 times.
Yeah, stay the hell away from the Ram, though.
And that burger place was like $50, like $50-$60 just for 2 people to eat a burger.
Right.
And everybody was like, "Oh yeah, that place is amazing." Yeah, it was a burger.
No, it's not.
I don't know if it's like that good of thing, but it is what it is.
Right. I always enjoyed the food trucks anyway.
Oh no, we got moved.
Oh, did we get moved?
Yeah, we're in special programming now. Yay, we're not Motley Kids.
Okay, so where are we at now?
Special programming.
Because we're special.
Well, no, that's actually, I would like to have seen us bumped up to the 2 o'clock, right before advanced nerd speed dating.
Okay, when is...
Or at least right after the sunscreen and filmmaking workshop.
Okay, hang on a second. You wanted us before the advanced nerd speed dating?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Because there's a bigger block there. There's about an hour block there.
For a minute, I thought I was getting set up.
I'm not saying anything.
God.
No, I was just thinking like 2 o'clock. We could definitely do that. So there's opening at 6. I'm going to see if we can't be bumped up into... Because we're at the same time as the Trends in Nerdlesque and Burlesque. You
At
know?
what time?
We're still at 8:30 to 9:30.
Yeah. So you gonna get us bumped up to 6?
I'm going to see if I can, because there's nothing in that room, at that point.
Yeah.
And then that would put us like right as the hall closes, people coming out. We're in special programming. It's not the main stage, but it is the side stage. That's fine.
Yeah. You gotta talk to some of them from the burlesque though.
That's why I wanted to switch it so we can have somebody in.
Yeah.
But and then there's a couple things we still gotta check out. But the Gencon, like I said, Gencon will be fun. It is, as well. That we're actually moved out of the convention center and actually closer to the part of the it's out of Lucas Oil and into one of the hotels. It's just like right across the air, into the dealer hall.
Yeah.
So we won't have very far to travel.
Good.
And we can load in and load out at the front of the hotel.
Okay.
So that makes it a whole lot easier.
Right.
We can get one of those cool luggage cart thingies and just pile everything on it.
Right.
But so I think that'll be fun.
Yeah.
There was a couple other things I wanted to talk about, but I totally spaced them. Mainly because of Joaquin and like how ridiculous that was.
Well, we'll give it a day or two. We'll do another one.
Right?
Yeah. You got that all under control there?
Yeah. One of our cables is just short enough, not for the headphones. It's just a little too short, so anytime you bump it, like they all go out.
Right.
But it happens. Mm-hmm. This equipment over here has been bumped around, jumped around, moved around.
Probably thrown at one point in time.
It's made 3 different locations. Mm-hmm. It hasn't been thrown, at least not by me.
Right.
But so I'm happy that it works.
Yeah.
But anywho, this has been Geek Public Radio GPR podcast. I'm Topher,
Lil Sonny,
and we will see you hopefully at the convention live. If not, we'll be thinking about you. But come on back.
That's not creepy at all.
Right?
I watched you sleep.
They didn't come. Like, why weren't they here? Why didn't they? That guy right there, he didn't show up. I don't know. Anywho, we'll see you at the next podcast.
Good night.